Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 15 of season 4 of the DBL. We are here in All Paw Arena, also known as the Dog House, home of the Bonnieville Bulldogs, who are facing off against your Maricopa Marshals, who are in, uh, I don't want to say dire straits. It's not necessarily a do or die situation, but it is as close as a do or die situation as you can get to without being a do or die situation. So hopefully we have a great game here today. Either way it goes, I do have uh, some connections with the Bonnieville Bulldogs, but we will save that for a later date. Up now is Mark Collins, who is currently batting 290 on the season, having a good half of the second half of the season here. As he strikes, as he strikes out to start the game, sometimes I wonder why I open my mouth. Uh, Up next is his ever-present shadow, Ethan Butler. Butler batting just a little bit below him at 270 to start the game. And that will be a ground ball to first base. So the Marshals getting off to a bit of a slow start here as Jennings comes to the plate. Uh, Kelly Jennings, as you all know, very electric on the bat. Currently batting the 394 on the season. And that'll go right out in front of the catcher. So no hits to start off the game, and that will bring up James Prescott. Prescott winning two of his two games that he's been a part of. This will be his third game. So hoping that he can put down the Bulldogs here, who have been a little bit on a winning streak. They've definitely had to contend with the Carabel Crocs, who have lost the last couple games. So it's giving the Bulldogs a little bit more breathing room, and they obviously have a shot of making it to their first postseason visit here, which they're excited about. And they are definitely excited about that as Caballero hits a first pitch home run off of James Prescott. So the Bonnieville Bulldogs will take the lead very early on here in the game, and that will bring up Colleen Beck. Beck only batting 176 on the season. Uh, Most of her hits, though, come in, actually, all of her hits are multi base hits here. Not one for singles, so definitely a power hitter when necessary. Uh, and Beck will strike out. Uh, so that will be one out for the Bulldogs here. And that will bring up Isaac Herrero, also following along with his teammates here, batting in the high 100s. You can see from everyone's average there, the Bulldogs are not a hitting team, but again, it's what you do with the hit when you get a hit. So you know, if all you do is hit home runs when you walk up to the plate, that's going to have a lot more impact than if all you do is hit singles there. Uh, as Rubio does, though, only because of an error from Lynette Mark in shortstop. So the Bulldogs will have one on with two out, and that will bring up Leonard Kennedy. Uh, Kennedy batting 224 on the season here with two home runs as well. And that'll be a fly ball to left field. So the side is retired, but uh, Prescott gives up a home run to start off the game, so the Bulldogs take an early lead. And Torres is there for a quick out, and that will bring up Ivan Pena, who will single. So that will bring up Tracy Sutton. A lot of words have been said about Sutton, and definitely one of the more consistent hitters, obviously batting very close to 500 uh, on the season, which is definitely impressive. Only, second overall in the DBL, second overall in the West. So it's time to show the the Eastern divisions the power that we have here on our side. And again, I open my mouth to ill effect as Sutton goes down swinging. So that will bring up Ricardo Nunez. Uh, Again, early favorite, currently batting the 302 on the season. And that will be an out. So Pena's hit will go for naught as he remains on first. And we will go to the bottom of the second. And Vargas will ground out to second there, and that will bring up Roger Gray. Gray batting just over 200 at 204. Along with his teammates here, only 2 home runs as Prescott walks his first batter of the day with 1 out. And that'll be the second strikeout for Prescott. So looks like it'll be a pitcher's duel here. Now that, and that'll be another strikeout. So 2 strikeouts for Prescott, 2 in the inning. And we go now to the top of the third. Before we move forward, just an update here for those who missed it. The Bullets also won their game. So the Santa Fe Spartans are eliminated from a playoff run. And because the Bullets won, the Marshals are still 2 games behind, which again is why it's with 4 games left, it's a do or die, not do or die situation. So, and if they could just get a hit, that would be amazingly awesome as Collins comes to the plate. And he does get a hit. So with 2 outs, the Marshals able to get on base, and that will bring up Butler, who grounded out in the first. And he will walk. So a little bit of excitement here as the Marshals get their first batter into scoring position. And Jennings will be up, looking for a little bit of power on her swing. And that'll be another ground out to the catcher. So the power just not there for the Marshals here this game. But that will bring up the bottom of the third and the top of the order for the Bulldogs. So Ramon Caballero takes the plate again. Obviously, he homered his first time up to start the game off. And he threatened to do it again as Sutton grabs a fly ball in center field for the first out. And that will bring up Beck, who was Prescott's first strikeout victim. And while it won't be a strikeout, Prescott earns the out there as it's hit right to him. So the Bulldogs are down 2. And that will be a walk for Herrero to bring up Jonathan Rubio, who reached on an air his first time up. And that'll be a deep fly ball to right field. So Just like that, the Bulldogs are down, and the Marshals will be up. Felipe Torres will be up. Sputtered a little ground ball to second base his first time up, and he will walk uh, this time. So interesting decision there, as Torres is the one of the few. Uh, oh, he doesn't have a. Oh, that was Pena. Uh, one of the few with speed, I should say, I guess is a good way of putting it, is Torres there. So, but Pena will hit a fly ball to the rookie Rasmussen, and that will bring up Sutton, who struck out on her first time up. And as you can see, that speed there on display as Torres guns it to third, and Sutton will move to first on a single, so she makes up for her strikeout earlier. And now you have Ricardo Nunez here ready to bring Torres home and tie the game up. But he will pop up to the shortstop, so uh, it, he won't be doing that. And that will bring up Lynette Mark, who lined out to the pitcher her first time up. And that'll be a fly ball to right field. So even with Torres on third, the Marshals once again failed to bring Torres home. So we will go to the bottom of the fourth. And that is a high pop-up in foul territory. Ford able to make the grab. And Javier Vargas will come to the plate. Vargas grounded out to second his first time up. And the Bulldogs will hit another home run, that time off of Vargas. So they tack another run to the board and now lead 2-0. As Gray strikes out. So the Marshals doing some weird balancing act of getting a bunch of strikeouts, but in the same breath giving up giving up home runs. So let's see what is in store for Alexander Delgado, who struck out his first time up, and he will ground to third base. So we go to the top of the fifth, and we'll pause here for a little bit of news. The Whitmore Warhogs lost to the Tunbridge Trolls, which removed them from the playoff fight. So every game now, I would definitely just expect to hear more and more teams being kicked off, as it's just that one game. And Salvador Ford pulls out a leadoff home run for the Marshals to bring up Collins. So it looks like whatever funk the Marshals were in here at the first half of the game, uh, they are out of. Let's see if they can keep it going. But Collins flies out to left field. So it will be up to Butler to keep the inning going there. Uh, well, he will fly to center field. So it will be up to Jennings with 2 outs to keep the inning going. Jennings grounded out to the catcher. Jennings not having any luck today, not getting any power behind her swing, as she's giving back all these easy outs there. But she finally did manage to break for a single, and that will bring up Felipe Torres, who walked his last time up. and got all the way to third. And there you have it. Torres out of nowhere homers. So mark that down. Two-run home run for Felipe Torres to bring the Marshals in the lead, 3-2. And Ivan Pena will come up. Uh, the Marshals now in the lead, and he will ground out to third base. So we will go to the bottom of the fifth. But before we do that, just a quick announcement. For those of you joining us, please stay tuned even after the Marshals regular or after the Marshals season ends, whether that be here in the regular season or sometime in the postseason. I will be streaming Death and Taxes at the same time, Monday and Friday at 3:30 Pacific time. So please join us there. Very interactive. If you're not sure what it's all about, feel free. Obviously, it's a good game. I recommend you look into it anyways. But again, join us after the season is over for the Marshals, whether for better or for worse. And we'll see you then. But now back to what you all came and paid for, some baseball. As Gene Rasmussen comes to the plate, he struck out his first time up. And honestly, for a rookie, batting 250 on the season, not bad. Playing in 9 games before this, uh, it's you're gonna have those beginning, excuse me, you're gonna have those beginning jitters. So hopefully, we wish Gene all the luck in his future endeavors, regardless of where he ends up or if he stays on the Bulldogs through the season. And that will be a line drive to left field. Torres there for the out. And that will bring up Colleen Beck, who struck out and grounded out. Her time's up here. And that will be a fly out for her third time up. So we go to the top of the sixth. Marshals in the lead, 3-2. Um, and again, a little bit of news: the Nooksack Novas win, and so if not, they did not. If they win, if the Nooksack Novas win, and the Income Infernos lose, the Infernos will be out of playoff contention. Uh, Gotta read my notes a little bit more, a little bit more closely as Sutton hits a double to start the inning. So yeah, mark it down. I'm already ready to that this 4 inning slump that the Marshals were in is officially over. I have called it. So for what it's worth, Ricardo Nunez will be up and he will hit a single, which will allow Sutton to reach third. So now the Marshals have 2 on with no outs and runners at the corners there. And that will be an error on the shortstop. So Sutton is able to score. Mark reaches first, Nunez to second, and we still have no outs here in the top of the sixth. And that will bring up Salvador Ford, who hit the solo home run, really to start the process of the Marshals getting out of the loop that they were in. So up next is Collins. He singled in the third. Here's hoping he can repeat that to keep the rally going. And that will be a walk. So Collins loads the bases. Alfonso Martin looking a little rough out there. Do not see any pitchers warming up currently in the bullpen for the Bulldogs, but anything is possible here as we continue on. And yep, there it is, the double play. So the Marshals will go down, but not before they're able to score another run. And Prescott will continue on the mound with a 1-run lead. And next up, we have Jonathan Rubio. Rubio reached on an error in the first and flew out on in the in the fourth. I was paying attention, I swear. And up next will be Leonard Kennedy. Kennedy flew out and popped up. Uh, so 0 for 2 on the day. And that'll be a ground ball. So the Bulldogs go down in order. Again, still no one warming up in the bullpen here for the Bulldogs. Also not for the Marshals either. And Jennings will reach on a single. And yep, there it is. Now we see someone warming up in the bullpen for the Bulldogs. So it looks like even if this inning goes according to plan for the Bulldogs, Martin will be done for today. He did give it a valiant effort the first 4 innings. So um, as Jennings is able to reach second off of a hit from Pena, his first for the day. And that will bring up Sutton, who doubled in the sixth. And she will fly out to right field. So Ricardo Nunez will be up with 2 runners on and 2 out. Alrighty, here at the bottom of the seventh, Prescott still looking pretty fresh, although we are seeing some action in the Marshals bullpen as a just in case. And I have reason to believe that Martin will not be back uh, for the next inning. So we will have a new pitcher. Ooh, and a strikeout to end the inning. So it does look like Martin will be replaced. So we will pause for station identification as they make their switch. All right, thank you for uh, waiting. It looks like the Bulldogs went with Ross Cook. Cook playing in 7 games before this one with 1 win and 9 innings pitched. So if he stays in for the remainder of this game, it looks like he's getting a little bit longer of a game than he normally does. But his first batter he faced will hit a ground ball to first base for the first out. And that will bring up Ford, who will strike out. So Cook is cooking uh, as, as he comes in to keep everything as it is. So the Marshals will go down in quick order. And it looks like Prescott will also be removed from the game. So we will pause briefly once again for station identification as the Marshals bring in a new pitcher. Alrighty, thank you for waiting. So the Marshals have opted to bring in Rochelle Tyler. Tyler played in a game very early on. I don't believe it was the first game, but yeah, very early on. Pitched one inning and got the Marshals out of a jam. So she's here to do it now with two innings and with a ground ball to first base for the first out. Off to a good start. But that is a double from Caballero. So the Bulldogs now have a runner on scoring position with only one out, and that will bring up Colleen Beck. Beck 0 for 3 on the day. And there you go, folks. Beck able to get out of her slump and to bring Caballero home to make it 3-4. So very quickly, the Marshals are now on the defensive and looking every bit as scared as they did at the beginning of the game after Caballero's home run. And the Bulldogs able to tie it up with a double from Rubio. So it will be up to Leonard Kennedy to bring him home. And he does not. Butler errs, drops the ball. So mark that as the second error for the Marshals. The first one was on Mark. And that will bring up Javier Vargas. And just like that, the Bulldogs take a 5-4 lead, and runners still on the corners and two outs. So the decision to bring in Tyler, questionable, as the Marshals are now on their back feet. Ross Cook able to bring the Marshals down in order last inning. So it will be up to the middle of the lineup here of the Marshals to at least score a run to tie the game, or obviously any more runs. The more runs, the better. And that will be a hard line drive right to third base. So the Marshals down by one now. Jennings up. Jennings has singled her last two times up in the fifth and the seventh. So she's hoping to repeat that here. And that will be a fly ball right to Kennedy. So it is up to Torres to keep not only the playoff hopes for the Marshals alive, just the game, really at this point. And it will not come to pass. So a 3-run eighth inning will be what seals the deal for the Bulldogs in their 5-4 victory against the Maricopa Marshals. They themselves are now tied for first place, currently tied for first place against the Carabel Crocs in the Southeast. And it'll be up to fate to decide how the Marshals fare in the Southwest Division between the Claws and the Bricknell Bullets. But until next time, have a wonderful day.